Hello and welcome to another Yakuza 3 Remastered 100% trophy guide video. And today we're going to talk about Mr. Joe Amon. And this fight is an absolute nightmare. I don't know if you've tried it before yourselves and any other Yakuzas, but this one was a pain in the ass. However, he doesn't do as much damage as the other Amons, which is nice. He starts off in true form with two lightsabers, and he comes at you pretty aggressively. If you're good at parrying, if you're good at the old tiger drop, this is where it's going to come in handy. For me, I wasn't very good at it, so I just kept trying to back away, get my heat up, and then do the diving headbutt. That was my strategy for this. Grabbing is a no-go, he flips you over. He seems to just take the hits and not feel any repercussions from any of the hits, so tiger drop generally is the way to go because you'll send him flying. If he gets you near a wall, you're in trouble. You're in severe trouble if he gets you near a wall because he's just dangerous. He'll bounce you off that wall and he'll keep bouncing you. But those lightsabers you can just tiger drop your way through. He's got a few stages, this guy, and it's just not pleasant to fight. And nothing you do sort of stuns him, so tiger drops and run is probably the best way to go about it. I couldn't find a way myself to stun him, get him on the ground, other than heat actions, and tiger drop is literally the only thing taking his health off at the moment. So you make sure you take in an abundance of healing items. People have probably done this to no damage and all that. I don't know how you would do that. There's an example of being bounced off the wall off his attacks. It's just crazy. But make sure you take a lot of healing items in. Make sure you're kitted up with some of the best armor that you can get. So this is unlocked by doing all the sub-stories. So all the sub-stories involves doing Cabaret, involves doing all the random sub-quests that come about during the missions. You have to do all the Hitman missions. You have to meet all the masters, so Mac, Minamida, Old Man, Kamaki, and one more. Can't remember who it was, but I'll have a video explaining how to get to them on as a separate thing. But this is just the fight itself. It essentially is a long, grindy ass fight. If you can get those tiger drops going the whole way, you are sorted on this fight because his health will drop rapidly. But as you can see, I'm trying to do sort of a reverse-handed strike away each time as he hits me to try and reset so I can do the tiger drop. But you can block his sabers if you've got the weapon block unlocked. I think you learn that as one of the abilities from one of the masters, where you can block knives. I think there's a bullet blocking one as well at some point. But in terms of damage, he doesn't do that much damage. As you can see, I'm like really high level. My health's really high, my heat bar's really high. So what you really want to be doing is diving headbutt. I completely forgot about the diving headbutt here, I think I was just in my head. I was panicking at the way these lightsabers were coming at me. But you want to just stay focused, try and do the tiger drop. But as you can see here, that reversal, when he knocks you on the ground, that reversal doesn't work as well as it should. And I kept trying and trying and trying, and it just wasn't happening. It didn't take off much health. It was just not worth it at all. I did have weapons taken into this fight. I think I noticed the flying headbutt there. I think that's what I'm waiting for now. There we go. He was thinking about it again, but it didn't work. Flying headbutts, what I'll suggest for this at the moment. Tiger drop and flying headbutt, because tiger drop literally does the most damage if you're good at timing it. Oh, he slipped. He's going into his next phase, which means guns and bombs. See, this is a lot easier, this phase. Luckily, you can get behind him, do the old classic, unless you're me and completely miss. There you go. You can get him in a bit of a tiz with 3 hits. 1, 2, 3. Get away. 1, 2, 3. Get away. 1, 2, 3. Get away. There you go. That's the one. He's learnt now. He's learnt. 1, 2, 3, spin. 1, 2, 3, spin. Don't need to do any of the power moves because he's not fast enough to click him off. Unless you catch him properly like I did then. Maybe you can get 4 off in the quick moves. Good flying headbutt there. Well used. But yeah, once he gets into this stage, he's not as bad. The gun stage is probably the most chilled, as is with all the bosses. When they're in that sort of mode, you can give them a good hammering. I don't know if you can tiger drop them from the back doing that. I'd be surprised if you could. But yeah, this stage is magical. But yeah, to unlock this, you don't have to do 100% completion of the game. It's just 100% sub-stories and some other little trinkets, which I will explain to you in another video. The good thing about it is it's not 100% completion of that entire game. Because if it is, then you know you're gonna have a long day ahead of you. When I say day, you probably have a long year ahead of you. It is a long game for 100% completion. But 100% trophies is not that long, luckily. Very luckily. So I think you can... I think I had armor on here which like helped against bullets or something. I saw a little flash there which indicates that. They still damage you, but he can get you in a stun lock here as well. There's his bombs phase. This is dangerous if he catches you with a load of bombs. They do quite a lot of damage. He just keeps launching him until he gets tired, and then he falls over and sprays about 50 at you. No damage on this. I'm not sure how you go about it, to be quite honest, but interesting nonetheless. I was going in for the stomp there, missed. It's an annoying boss fight. He has a lot. That is one of the worst moments as well. If he catches you against the wall with a flurry of bullets, it's just nightmarish. It really is. So yeah, you have to do all the Minimeter fights. It's one of the conditions of unlocking Amon. And Minimeter's fights are the virtual ones, which aren't that bad. Like surprisingly, if you do them at the end of the game, you're gonna have a real easy time compared to usual. Some of the other hard achievements will probably be the ultimate challenge one, where you have to do all the fights challenge-wise, which are kind of awkward because they set stipulations. One of them is ridiculous, and we'll go into that in another video as well. It's just, I don't know how long it took me. It was just so, it's so RNG based that it's just not funny. So yeah, I think you can get a 4th hit off there if you hit him in the back. You can get a 4th hit off as long as it's not triangle. You can get a hit off. So if you just square, 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 so 4 squares in the back. Don't go for the Y, it's not worth it. I think you might be able to get him on a counter there, I'm not 100% sure. I think my arms are getting tired here. 8 minutes in. But again, just 1, 2, 3, 4 in the back. Dodge his kick, good timing, perfect dodge, lovely. That's what you want. That is what you want. And then if you miss time it, he gets you. But if you time that perfectly, you can just keep him stun locked. Keep him stun locked forever. Unfortunately, I'm not the best, so we do our best, but I'm not the best. Although I did get 2 platinums in one day. One was Bloodborne and one was this. So sometimes I am the best, but most of the time I'm not. Trying the 5th there, that's the problem. Trying the 5th. Plead the 5th. Go behind them. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's your best option, as far as I can tell. Tiger drops and going behind. If you can stand at the side there, maybe you can tiger drop when he's doing the gun bullet there. The flurry of bullets in a straight line. You could probably tiger drop all of these, to be honest, if you're good enough. Unfortunately, I'm not good enough, so it's just sad. But yeah, make sure you bring in as many heals as possible. Oh, he's slipped. He's done his bombs. I've taken the opportunity to do a flying headbutt, which does considerable damage. Look at that. That did a good, I'm going to say, an 1/8 of the bar. So if you can just... Oh, another phase now. I think he's got a rocket launcher. So he adds a rocket launcher in his last phase, I think, and starts firing bombs at you, or whatever that is. And if he hits you, you just go flying as well. It's just bizarre. It's truly bizarre. So you just want to do the same tactic. Rush behind, bam. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, different move. So he's got some crazy moves now. So he's doing some crazy like flips now. So you can probably again do the tiger drop on these if you time it well. I think I'm trying my best too, but it's a very tight window to do those. But the good news is when he fires out those bombs, I think you can just go in a straight line towards him, as long as you're aiming towards him, and he won't do anything about it. I'm just getting wrecked here, getting truly wrecked. If he hits me there, we're in a bit of trouble. Another health used. But yeah, if you're struggling on this, I went in blind and first timed it, but if you're struggling with this, I'm sure there's people that have done like no damage videos of it. They've done, I mean that block is useful. If you use block here, probably a good idea. Like I barely ever use block, which is always a foolish thing to do. Oh, there you go. Block and then do the riposte to the face. Then get behind, block, riposte, get behind. Tiger drop is your main protocol. The reason I don't know if you can do the R1 circle counter, but if you can, I've not done it once, which is bad. If you can't, there you go, there's a tiger drop. Oh, he returns a tiger drop with that. Beautiful. If you can't do the R1 circle, then you end up grabbing him, and he gets a big hit off on you when you grab him, as you saw, where he throws you over his shoulder, and there's nothing you can do about that. So it's a bit like the Kazama fight, where he goes into that mode where he reverses everything. But tiger drops, always the way to go. Look at the state of that. I wonder if he can knock you out of the battlefield with that. It's just ridiculous, man. Truly ridiculous. Oh, missed the jump. He was trying it. Look at him, he's going for the headbutt. He knows how much damage the headbutt does. There you go. Boom. So much damage, man. If you can get those flying headbutts off every single time, you're on a winner. You're on a winner and you can do this. If you get to this point, you can do this fight anyway, because you've done so many fights before it. There's harder fights than this. It's just annoying. And if you get good at tiger dropping, the game becomes beyond easy. Unfortunately, I never did, so all you need to do is learn a bit of timing and it's fine. The bosses all have the same patterns, so this is what it is. I've just come off my stream now, so I'm doing an audio after my stream. I'm a committed fellow, apparently. But yeah, personally, at this point, oh, nice tiger drop. That did massive damage. Did you see how much damage that did? That was a full-on one. I think we're going to finish him with a Hell's Gauntlet, possibly. Oh. Video took a turn for the worse there. Don't know why. Dodge, bam. Come on. I think I'm trying to end him with a tiger drop, you know. I don't think you can Hell's Gauntlet this guy. Pretty sure you can. But what I would have done there, if I was thinking correctly, I'd use a health heal, a Torrent heal, whichever heal, Stamina 1, Stamina X probably, or Stamina Royale, just to get that heat bar back and then do the headbutt to finish him. But I decided against it, which is a terrible idea. Don't know why. I think I was trying to tiger drop him to death. And then it comes to the wire. I think the headbutt's just the better option. Headbutt's the better option, it's safer, easier to do. If you can block and charge up your heat, it's a great way to go. I can't even hit him. There you go, tiger drop for the finish, yes! So you can tiger drop bullets, which is exactly what you need to do. So you end up back with a Minimeter, who is the virtual fighter man, located near Champion Square, where Earth Angel is. You know where those two bars are? I think it's Earth Angel and something else. He's in that little alcove to the right. But yeah, so this is the end. This is the sub-story completionist trophy. I'm just showing it at the end of the video. The Amon fight's done. That is your last protocol on the sub-stories. Amon is the last sub-story, so that is the end of the game in terms of that. So once you've done all the sub-stories, you'll actually unlock the golden pistol. And the golden pistol is a wonder for legendary difficulty. You want that pistol because it makes life so much quicker. Like, I finished legendary in about, I don't know, 5 hours. It was so quick. But thank you very much for watching, everyone, and take care. Peace.